Breaking barriers, building bridges, the transformative power of authentic leadership. Welcome to the Black CEO Podcast, where we dive deep into the minds of visionaries who are reshaping our world. Today, we're in for an extraordinary journey that will challenge your perceptions, ignite your passion, and quite possibly change the course of your life. I recently had the incredible privilege of interviewing Yolanda Hood, a trailblazing leader whose impact on business, personal growth, and social change is nothing short of revolutionary. Yolanda isn't just making waves, she's creating tsunamis of positive change. Her approach to leadership and success is redefining what's possible in today's world. So buckle up, open your minds, and prepare to be transformed. Now, let me ask you a question that might make you squirm a little. What if everything you thought you knew about success was, wrong? What if the very obstacles you've been trying to avoid are actually the keys to unlocking your greatest potential? Sounds crazy, right? But stick with me, because by the end of this talk, you might just find yourself embracing this seemingly paradoxical idea. Yolanda Hood's story is one of triumph over adversity, of shattering glass ceilings, and of redefining what it means to be a leader in today's world. But here's the kicker. Her success isn't just about her, it's about all of us. It's about the untapped potential that lies within each and every one of you listening right now. Let's start at the beginning. Yolanda's journey began in a world where the odds were stacked against her. As a Black woman in a predominantly white, male-dominated industry, she faced skepticism, discrimination, and countless closed doors. But here's where her story takes an unexpected turn. Instead of letting these challenges defeat her, she used them as fuel to propel herself forward. One of the most powerful lessons I learned from Yolanda is the concept of embracing the no. We've all heard the saying, when one door closes, another opens. But Yolanda takes it a step further. She doesn't just wait for another door to open. She kicks down walls and builds her own doors. Picture this. Early in her career, Yolanda was passed over for a promotion she knew she deserved. Now, many of us might have wallowed in self-pity or harbored resentment. Not Yolanda. She did something radical. She marched into her boss's office and asked, "What skills do I need to develop to be the best candidate for this position next time?" Can you imagine the silence that fell over that room? Her boss, caught off guard by her boldness and determination, became her mentor. That single moment of courage changed the trajectory of her entire career. It's a perfect example of how reframing rejection can lead to unexpected opportunities. But let's be real for a moment. This isn't just about career advancement. It's about a fundamental shift in how we approach life's challenges. Yolanda shared a personal story that resonated deeply with me, and I bet it will with you too. She told me about a time when she was the only Black woman at a high-stakes business conference. As she walked into the room, she could feel the eyes on her, the unspoken questions, the subtle and not so subtle judgments. In that moment, she had a choice to make. She could shrink, try to blend in, or apologize for her presence. Instead, she chose to own her space. With a confident smile, she approached a group of executives and said, "Gentlemen, I believe you're the people I've been looking forward to meeting. I'm Yolanda Hood, and I have some ideas that are going to change the game for all of us." The energy in the room shifted. By the end of the conference, those same executives were clamoring to work with her. This, my friends, is the power of owning your narrative. It's about refusing to let others define you or limit your potential. It's about recognizing that your unique perspective, your experiences, your very identity are not liabilities. They're your superpowers. Now, I can almost hear some of you thinking, "That's great for Yolanda, but my situation is different. I don't have her confidence or her platform." Well, let me stop you right there. Yolanda's success isn't built on some secret formula or privileged background. It's built on principles that every single one of us can apply starting today. Principle number one, authenticity is your greatest asset. In a world that often pressures us to conform, to fit into predetermined boxes, Yolanda's message is clear. Your uniqueness is your strength. She shared a powerful mantra with me. I am not here to fit in. I am here to stand out and make a difference. Think about that for a moment. How often have you dimmed your light to make others comfortable? How many times have you swallowed your ideas for fear of rocking the boat? Yolanda challenges us to flip the script. Your unique perspective, your cultural background, your lived experiences. These are not things to hide or apologize for. They are the very qualities that will set you apart and drive innovation. Yolanda shared a story about a product launch that initially flopped because it didn't resonate with a diverse audience. Instead of scrapping the project, she assembled a team that reflected the diversity of their target market. The result? A reimagined product that not only succeeded, but opened up entirely new markets for the company. This is the power of authentic, diverse leadership in action. Principle number 2, failure is not the opposite of success. It's a crucial part of it. Yolanda's journey is peppered with setbacks, rejections, and moments of doubt. But here's the game changer. She views these not as roadblocks, but as redirections. She shared a story about a business venture that failed spectacularly. It was a project she had poured her heart and soul into, and its collapse felt like a personal indictment. But instead of letting it defeat her, she did something remarkable. She threw a failure party. Yes, you heard that right. She invited her team, her mentors, and even some competitors to celebrate the lessons learned from this failure. It was a bold, unconventional move that transformed a moment of defeat into an opportunity for growth and connection. At this party, instead of drowning their sorrows, they dissected what went wrong, shared their insights, and even brainstormed new ideas. One of those ideas, born from the ashes of failure, went on to become Yolanda's most successful venture to date. This approach to failure isn't just about positive thinking. It's about creating a culture where risk taking is encouraged, where mistakes are seen as valuable data points, and where resilience is celebrated. Imagine how much more we could all achieve if we weren't paralyzed by the fear of failure. This leads us to principle number 3. Community is everything. Yolanda's success is not a solo act. She's a firm believer in the African proverb, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. But here's the twist. Yolanda's definition of community goes beyond the usual networks. She actively seeks out diverse perspectives, engages with people from different industries, and even cultivates relationships with those who challenge her views. This approach has not only broadened her horizons, but has also led to some of her most innovative ideas and successful collaborations. Yolanda shared a fascinating story about a cross-industry mentorship program she initiated. She paired senior executives from tech companies with leaders in nonprofit organizations. The result? Tech companies gained invaluable insights into social impact and community engagement, while nonprofits learned about cutting-edge technologies that could amplify their missions. This unconventional pairing led to groundbreaking collaborations that neither sector could have achieved alone. Now, let's talk about something that's often swept under the rug in discussions about success, the emotional toll of breaking barriers. Yolanda opened up about the moments of loneliness, the weight of being the first or the only in many rooms. She spoke candidly about imposter syndrome and the constant pressure to prove herself. But here's where her wisdom really shines. Instead of seeing these challenges as burdens, she reframes them as responsibilities. Every time I walk into a room, she says, I'm not just representing myself. I'm representing every Black woman who will come after me. My success is their opportunity. This perspective shift is powerful. It transforms personal ambition into a mission of collective upliftment. It's not just about climbing the ladder, it's about building elevators for others to rise. Yolanda shared a poignant story about a young Black woman who approached her after a keynote speech. The woman, with tears in her eyes, said, seeing you on that stage made me believe for the first time that I could be there too. That moment reinforced Yolanda's commitment to visibility and representation. It's a reminder that our success can light the path for others. One of the most striking aspects of Yolanda's approach is her emphasis on emotional intelligence and vulnerability in leadership. In a business world that often equates strength with stoicism, Yolanda dares to lead with heart. She shared a story about a crucial moment in her career when she was leading a team through a particularly challenging project. The pressure was immense and morale was low. Instead of putting on a brave face and pushing through, Yolanda did something unexpected. She called a team meeting and opened up about her own struggles and fears. I don't have all the answers, she told them, but I believe in our collective ability to figure this out together. This moment of vulnerability didn't diminish her authority. It enhanced it. It created a space of trust and collaboration that ultimately led to the project's success. This brings us to another crucial lesson from Yolanda, the importance of creating psychologically safe spaces. In her view, true innovation and growth can only happen when people feel safe to take risks, voice unconventional ideas, and yes, even fail. She's implemented this philosophy in her own organizations with remarkable results. By fostering an environment where questions are encouraged, dissent is valued, and mistakes are seen as learning opportunities, she's created teams that are not just high performing, but also highly engaged and loyal. Yolanda shared an example of how this played out in practice. During a high stakes product development meeting, a junior team member pointed out a critical flaw in the design that everyone else had overlooked. In many companies, this kind of dissent might be discouraged or ignored, but in Yolanda's team, it was celebrated. The project was adjusted, potentially saving the company millions in recalls and reputational damage. This is what happens when you create an environment where every voice is valued. Now, let's talk about a topic that's close to Yolanda's heart and should be on all of our radars: the intersection of technology and social responsibility. In an era where AI and automation are reshaping industries, Yolanda is at the forefront of ensuring that these advancements don't exacerbate existing inequalities. She's spearheading initiatives to increase diversity in tech fields, not just as a matter of fairness, but as a crucial factor in creating technology that serves all of humanity. If we want AI that understands and serves diverse populations, she argues, we need diverse teams creating it. Yolanda shared a compelling case study of how this approach made a real world difference. Her team was developing a facial recognition software, and initial tests showed it was significantly less accurate in identifying people of color. Instead of accepting this as a limitation of the technology, Yolanda pushed for a diverse team to tackle the problem. The result? A breakthrough that not only improved the software's accuracy across all demographics, but also led to new applications in medical imaging. But Yolanda's vision goes beyond just representation. She's advocating for a fundamental reimagining of how we approach innovation. We need to move from a mindset of can we do it to should we do it? She says every technological advancement should be evaluated not just for its profitability, but for its impact on society and the environment. This ethical approach to innovation is setting a new standard in the business world. It's a powerful reminder that as leaders, we have a responsibility not just to our shareholders, but to society as a whole. Yolanda shared an inspiring example of this principle in action. Her company was developing a highly profitable AI system for financial trading. However, they realized it could potentially destabilize certain economic markets, disproportionately affecting developing countries. Instead of pushing forward for the sake of profit, they pivoted. They repurposed the technology to create financial tools that help underserved communities access credit and build wealth. This decision, while initially less profitable, opened up new markets and positioned the company as a leader in ethical innovation. As we near the end of our journey through Yolanda's insights, I want to circle back to a theme that underpins everything she stands for: the power of storytelling. Yolanda believes that our stories are not just personal anecdotes, they're tools for change. She encourages everyone, especially those from underrepresented groups, to share their stories boldly and authentically. Your story might be the key that unlocks someone else's potential. She says, never underestimate the power of your voice. Yolanda shared a powerful example of this. She started a storytelling series within her company where employees at all levels could share their experiences of overcoming challenges. One story from a team member who had battled depression led to a company-wide initiative to improve mental health support. This not only improved employee well-being, but also significantly boosted productivity and retention. Now, as we wrap up this incredible journey through Yolanda's wisdom, I want to leave you with a challenge, a call to action that embodies everything we've discussed today. First, embrace your authenticity. I want you to identify one aspect of yourself that you've been downplaying or hiding and find a way to bring it to the forefront in your professional life. Maybe it's your cultural background, a unique skill, or a perspective that you've been afraid to share. Whatever it is, I challenge you to let it shine. Second, reframe your failures. Think of a recent setback and write down 3 lessons you learned from it. Better yet, share this story with someone else. Let's start normalizing failure as a part of growth. Third, expand your community, reach out to someone outside your usual circle, someone from a different background or industry, and set up a conversation to exchange ideas. You never know where that connection might lead. And finally, I want you to ask yourself this question: what would you do if you knew your success was inevitable? How would you show up in the world if you truly believed that your unique perspective was not just valuable, but essential? Let that sink in for a moment, because that's the world Yolanda Hood is creating, and it's the world we can all be a part of building. Remember, your voice matters, your story is powerful, and your success is not just possible, it's inevitable. The world is waiting for your unique contribution. So go out there, break those barriers, build those bridges, and make your mark on the world. The stage is yours. Thank you.